Hi guys, I'm Megan, and today I wanted to talk to you about my thoughts on Colourpop. So I wanted to start about Colourpop's business model and then go into products of Colourpop's that I've tried and kind of give you a brief review of them. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is the Colourpop business model where they release a lot. So after watching a lot of YouTube, it seems like it's a consensus in the beauty world that Colourpop produces products like too much, like they release too much. And honestly, what I found is that it doesn't bother me, but I don't know, it comes out in videos as if it's like this huge problem and that Colourpop is it's so unnecessary. You can't keep up with the releases and they're just always going and all of this stuff. And I was like, man, I wonder, this sounds like it's a huge problem in so many people's life. I wonder if it really is for like a normal consumer, because at least for a YouTuber, they're trying to keep up with the trends. So that makes sense to me that they feel like another Colourpop launch came out. How do I keep up with it? But like as an average consumer, do people feel like they have to buy the full collection, and do they feel like they need to buy every collection? So I was just really curious, and I would love if people commented below whether or not they get that, where they feel like they have to buy everything. Because the beauty about Colourpop to me is that they release all the time, and a lot of times I get really inspired by it, or I'm interested, but I'm like, that looks beautiful, but it's not what I want. But I know that they'll probably in a few releases have something I'm really interested in. And so I don't know. I guess I'm not upset by it, because for me it just gives me more options. Like their monochromatic palettes, I loved them. And there's a couple that I'm still like, but like most of them I don't want. But I think that they're great palettes and they should be out in the beauty space, because for some people that's it. Like the honey one I thought was so pretty, but I'm never putting yellow on my eyes. I'm not doing it. So I don't feel like I would never need that. So I just thought it was really interesting that the beauty YouTubers' perspective is that it's like they need to stop releasing so much. But honestly, I'm just really enjoying their launches, and I don't feel bad about it. And also maybe it's because the price point, maybe that has something to do with it, is that when I see something, if I do want it, I don't feel like I'm gonna break the bank. And they also rotate their stock, probably because they control, like they make everything in-house. So if there's just not a demand for something anymore, they just stop producing it. And I like that too, because it doesn't feel like you're getting like an old product or anything. So to sum it up, like I'm not mad at Colourpop, right? Like you keep on releasing as much as you want, and I'm going to cherry pick what I want, because that's what I do anyway, because I have a budget that I have to stick to. So I can't just get things just to feel like I got a whole collection or I'm keeping up with things. So I just, like, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at the fast fashion. I think something that I would have never thought of until Raw Beauty Christie said something, they upgraded their palette packaging to plastic. And when I saw it originally, I was like, hell yeah, like that looks so much nicer, it's so much cuter. And then Raw Beauty Christie was like, that's more plastic in the world. I wish they would have stayed with cardboard. And I was like, oh my goodness, why am I so dense about that I care so much about packaging rather than really what's better for the environment? So that is something that if they are going to be fast fashion and create so much product, I do hope that they are earth conscious. So that's pretty much my thoughts on the business side of Colourpop. So I would love if you commented down below whether or not you agree or disagree with me. I think that's the big thing that I want out of YouTube, is I want people to share their views with me so I can share mine, and I want to start a conversation, and that's why I'm on this side of the camera instead of just commenting on other people's videos, because then like some people don't comment back and stuff like that. So that's what I want to comment with you and have a dialogue. So I really hope that you guys comment down below. Now let's get into product reviews. And obviously, like, I'm not a completionist, so there's so much in Colourpop I've never tried. So I got the Lippy Scrub, and it smells like coconut. Yeah, very, very little, but it does. And it's just like a sugar scrub and a lip balm in one, and I really like it a lot. I use it all the time. I travel with this. On my wedding day, I had one of the girls go up to my husband and do the lip scrub, and then here's some moisturizer, so that way his lips would be pretty for camera. Like, I just think this is a really great product, and I love how inexpensive it is, because Jeffree Star has one that, like, the scents really intrigued me, and I heard really good things about it. Even though I don't support Jeffree Star, his just like comes to mind. And I just can't spend that much on sugar. Like, I could just go to my bathroom and make my kitchen, my bathroom, and make my own. But that's a lot of work. I'd rather just buy it and have it in a container till it runs up. So I love this. The next thing I was going to talk about is a Super Shock Cheek in Flexitarian. This was Kathleen Light suggested this to me, and I've used quite a bit. I really like this product. It's a highlighter. It's blinding, which of course it's not showing how blinding, so I really need to use it sparingly when I go out in normal public, right? Like when I'm going to the bar or something late night, like not a big deal, but like every once in a while I forget that this is blinding and I wear it out in public, and I'm like, oh, I look a little crazy. Like, I know YouTubers are like, oh, I don't care that I'm super blinding everywhere, like that's the better, but like, no, like I gotta go to work. Okay, so then I want to talk about some Super Shock shadows. I hate Super Shock shadows. Also, is it so hard for anyone else to say? Okay, so first thing, it might be the colors I picked, but this one is like a gold. It looks pretty, but I mean, it's glitter everywhere. Like, this whole thing is glitter, and it just falls out immediately when you put it on. And then I just threw it away though. One of these, it was no glitter. It was just like this, but no glitter, and it was a little more taupey, and I liked that fine. It did dry out, but I guess I had it for a while. But I just don't think I'm great at one eyeshadow looks. Like, I guess this is one eyeshadow, so I don't know what I'm talking about, but I don't know. It just wasn't my favorite. I didn't go to it. It dried out. This one, I also don't know why I own it. It's like this pretty brick, but it is so glittery. The moment I put it on my eyes, there's fallout everywhere. And also, I just don't feel like, oh, there it is. It looks bright there. I don't know. I feel like everything's the opposite of what I say it is. But I just don't think it's opaque enough. And it's really the glitter is the main thing. Like, that looks gorgeous, but I don't want glitter on my under eyes, and I don't want to have to, with a Super Shock shadow, which is supposed to be like, just, you know, go like this and you're done. I don't want to have to do my eyelids before my makeup because there's glitter everywhere. So that's my personal thoughts. I would not buy these again, but I would buy a highlighter, because the highlighter I can apply with a brush super easily, and I have no problems using a brush with it. I've never tried their Super Shock blushes, but they intrigue me, but I also don't love cream blush, so I don't know if that's like a proper intrigue. Okay, let's see. Oh, lipsticks. So I've already I have a full video on lipsticks, and I talk about Colourpop lipsticks there, but Colourpop lipsticks are just not my favorite formula. So I do love their lip liners. And so I have their lip liners in a bunch of colors. So I have like pinkies, browns, like dark. Like I really like their color selection for their lip liners. And they are like, they do, I don't know, like you have to sharpen it, but then it's like a really soft, like it's not really hard, but you do have to sharpen it. And I'm not the best at sharpening. I know I'm great at sharpening pencils, but like real pencils, but this I'm not the best at. But I like these a lot. I'll buy them again. Their liquid lip is just too drying. I would love to try it again because I haven't bought one of their liquid lips in a couple of years. And so like this red is just so drying. I don't like it at all. And I also have it in like a brick. I just don't like it at all. But what I do have is this ultra blotted lip, and I love it. And I wish I wasn't wearing something on my lips right now, but it gives a really faint color, and then it dries, and it's just not precise, but I don't know. During summer, this was like my go-to. I would like to try the ultra blotted lip in some different colors to see if this was just the perfect one. I think, oh, my order for Colourpop came really late. The shipping was terrible. And so they threw this in, and I was like, heck yeah. And then also one I do like is this is so dumb. I don't know why. I don't know how to say it. I love Sarai. She did an ultra lip. Like she did a collection with them. And I don't even watch her channel. I just loved the color. And it's very different on different skin tones. Like this pulls completely different on her skin tone. But I do think it's super pretty. So I wear this one quite a bit. And I don't notice that it's that drying. I'm trying to think. I guess I don't know. So I'm curious if from these reds that are so old, or if just different formula now, or if maybe just the color gets me, so I'm okay. Like I'm curious about that. I also cannot find it anywhere. It must be in one of my purses. The I Love Sarai, she had a lip gloss with glitter in it, and I think it's so pretty and I love it, which says a lot because if you've already seen my other video, I'm not a gloss person. It's just not my thing. So that obviously says a lot about it's so good. The lippy sticks, I have a few of these. And what I liked is I bought a bunch of different colors because there was a time that I was like super vampy, like all this, like I was really experimenting with my lip stick color. Nowadays I feel like I go very similar, like I'm pinks, peaches, nudes, every once in a while a dark lip, but there's a while I was going like, hey, can I wear this black lip out and it's normal, or how dark can I go and it look normal, and what kind of undertones can I want a brown, then I want a red brown, and then I want a purple brown, like, and what I love about Colourpop is I was able to have that an experiment with those colors without breaking the bank. And so lippy sticks are good, but I just prefer a liquid lipstick because I like not having anything come off. So that's just a personal preference versus a like this is a bad product. And I just went out of town and I packed this with me. I've looked everywhere before filming this video and I can't find it. I'm assuming it's on the desk in front of me and I'm just blind right now because my absolute favorite palette is the Kathleen Light's Dream Street palette. I have a whole video up about my favorite palette, so you should really watch it. I'll tell you exactly, like, these are the shades, but I love the transition shades in it. The pops of colors, there's blues and pinks and browns, like, which is pretty much all I need for shimmer shades. It has, you know, a matte, like, it has darker colors to smoke it out. It has matte pink and blue to do some extra colors. I'm living for that palette, and I really love it. I think it really makes sense. So I don't know, I'm here for Colourpop, and I'm gonna stay here. So some products that I would like to try. Oh, I forgot. I've also done their concealer about 1,000,000 times. Like, I think I have 3 of them in different shades right here in front of me right now. And I really like, I like this formula. I don't think I love it. I've said this in another video. It's just like I can't make my mind up, but it's like good enough. And the price point is just really there, right? So the problem I have with this Colourpop concealer is there's 1,000,000 shades. And you're like, yeah, there should be. There's 1,000,000 different shades of people. But I just don't understand my shades and the undertone. So I end up buying like 5 of them in different shades. And then I just mix and match them under my eyes because they're too light or too yellow or, you know, whatever. I just really struggle. It has gotten better since Ulta started having their products, because if you notice, like, those are 3 shades I have right now, and they're all really different. And I swear to God, I have a bright white one somewhere here. So thank goodness for Ulta, because I would be like, I have no idea what's the right shade for me. What should I be putting under my under eyes? Like, I want it to be a little bit lighter than my foundation, but, like, you know, we're not doing significantly lighter than our foundation like we used to. So I just really struggle with the undertones. So I really appreciate that it's in store instead of just online now. That really helps. But obviously they don't sell everything in store, so you kind of have to go online sometimes, which is fine, but always have to try to make a big enough order to get shipping free, you know. But things that I'm really excited to try from the brand are their new foundation, like their salicylic acid one. I'm really excited, but I do agree with everyone. It feels like a spring launch, and it wasn't. So I'll try that in the spring. They also have a concealer that pairs with it. I think Kathleen Light said she really likes it, so I'm curious about that. I'm always down to try new powder, but I feel like nobody's really talked about theirs. And then I would also like to watch see some blushes and bronzers. Like, I don't know, I would like to expand what I've tried from them, but honestly, I'm really happy with my products. I think they are well worth the money, and the ones I don't like, it was still well worth the money. So I'm here for Colourpop. I'm here for all their releases. I follow them online. I even like their memes. I know some people are like, oh, they're so, like, they're not Wendy's, but I still enjoy them. Like, yes. So those are some thoughts from me. So please comment below. Please like my video. Please start a dialogue with me, and let's talk makeup. Have a great day. Bye.